it's Jess from MHYT. Today we're going to talk about some strange but totally normal duck behavior. Let's get started. Raising ducks is such a fun and rewarding experience. Personally, I've had ducks for over 5 years and I absolutely love them. Raising ducks, you really kind of grow to know their behavior, and some of the behavior may be a little strange and you learn it's completely normal. One of the first things we're going to take a look at is Fern right here. Do you notice her bill? She's got lots of spots on here, and Fern's actually got a ton of spots on her bill. When your ducks start to lay eggs, they can develop freckles on their bill here. This just means that they're really good layers and the pigment from the bill is going into their egg laying. Another thing you might notice with your ducks is when your ducks are eating, they may grab some food and take it over to the water. This is just their way of softening the food and making it a bit easier for them to eat. Have you noticed maybe when your ducks are going for a swim, they stick their bills in the water and they blow bubbles? Well, that's totally normal. That's just their way of clearing out their nostrils and keeping their nose and their eyes nice and clean and clear. Another thing you may have noticed with your ducks is, if you've ever heard the saying, keeping your ducks in a row, well, they do that for a reason. The way our ducks' eyes are affixed into their head, they need to walk in that line so they can clearly see their other duck friends. And speaking of their eyes, have you noticed your ducks turning their head to the sky? Again, because of how their eyes are in their head, it's easy for them to see predators and keep an eye out if they turn their head to the sky and watch out. Some other interesting duck behavior is ducks love to show off, especially the male ducks. So you may notice them in the water flapping their wings or bobbing their heads. They're just showing off that they're the best male in the pond. If you have a pond or a flock of all females, you may have a female that does that, or she may try to mount another female duck and kind of push them in the water. It's just a dominance thing, kind of like our pecking order with our chickens. Ducks imprint really well on their keepers. So if you raise your ducks from a very, very small age, they'll imprint on you and they will know it's you when you're coming. Ducks also love to wiggle their tails. Fern right here, she loves to wiggle her tail when she sees her favorite treat of mealworms coming. Ducks are very vocal and they will let you know they want attention, and they will definitely quack when you walk by. Another thing about our duck friends is they can be very territorial as well. We talked about how they can be a little aggressive in the water when they're trying to assert their dominance. They can also be very territorial in their pond and in their coop. Here on our farm, our ducks want nothing to do with the chickens. And if you want to see some duck dominance, try to mix the two together. It's not that good. Every flock is different though. I just happen to have some ducks that don't like chickens. There's lots of other things that you may notice with your ducks that is a little strange, but it's totally normal. Some things that are not normal with your ducks include them limping, not eating, being lethargic, bending their head backwards. So we talked about Fern turning her head to the side, but if you notice her head's going back, that's a nutritional deficiency. So you just want to really get to know your ducks and be comfortable with the different behaviors that they have. Hopefully I've given you some insight into some strange but totally normal duck behavior. If you have any questions, be sure to let us know in the comments below. Fern is ready to go back to her friends and go for a swim. Thank you so much for watching.